Few days later, Vine's POV. I'm sitting in Hannah's and my room. Yes, I shifted with her as her nightmares made it impossible for her to sleep alone. And about Taehyung. Taehyung, well, he's either dumb or genius. There's no in between. Except for leaving the mansion, I'm free to go around and do anything I please. In these past days, I pretended to try to escape from the mansion so that he won't suspect that in reality I want to live with him and am waiting for an opportunity to disclose the underworld's information to the police department. However, there has been no development thus far. I believe I will need to make some changes to my plan. I have to win his trust or his heart. But it's not as easy as it seems to be. He's a wicked man. He reads people like an open book, acts foolish and knows how and when to use the dangerously dangerous. Thinking about your fiancé, honey? Comes out from restroom and sits in front of Ryan on the bed. I have better things to do. Oh, come on, honey. I know you fought with him and he don't let you go out, but it's for your own security. Yes, this poor girl still believes that we are in a relationship, but the reality is far darker than her trauma. Am I his prisoner? Pretending. Went quiet and looked down, but glanced up at her again while continuing. At least you have someone to protect you only. Otherwise, girls like me who have no one ends up getting... Bit her trembling lip to control her tears. Feeling guilty for triggering her trauma. Who said you don't have anyone? You have me. And Taehyung. I don't know why I took his name. Sniffs. I'm grateful, but I still don't know what your fiancé is going to do with me. What do you mean? He tried to buy me from Leo and then end him. He's a Mafia king and I don't know what his intentions are. Sobs in fear. Believe me, he may look like that, but he's not that cheap. Hannah chuckled in the middle of crying because of Ryan's comment. He lacks the bone to stoop that low. I know him. Thinks about how he still hasn't misbehaved with her. That's why you love him, right? Smiled a little while asking, taken aback as she felt speechless. Yeah, absolutely. The atmosphere got awkward for Ryan, so she changed the topic. Hannah, have you ever tried to escape before? Once, before Leo got me. I even went to local police to file my complaint, but they just pretended to register my complaint and drop me off at my orphanage themselves. Then, my orphanage woman turned me over to the dealer once again, since she is involved in this business, and then they beat me more than before to make me obey them and sold me to Leo. I could see her body shivering as she described her horrifying encounter with the beast known as humans. I fiercely tightened my teeth and fist to restrain my rage, knowing that I would need this anger later to destroy these. Seeing her condition, I tried to lift her mood. It's all in the past. Now you are safe, so let's celebrate our present. Let's bake. Clapped her hand joyfully and smiled unlike her normal icy demeanor. Hannah's eyes glowed with eagerness. Indeed, she is just a little girl whose childhood got wrecked by the shadows of this underworld. They all will pay. In the kitchen. While I and Hannah were baking, talking and laughing our off on random jokes, someone suddenly cleared his throat loudly like a dying goose to grab our attention. We stopped talking and Hannah's smile disappeared instantly. She ran up to me and hid herself behind me while peeking out a little from my shoulder to look at him fearfully. Am I that bad? Took you long enough to realize. I'm talking to my sister. Yes, you are not my sister, Miss Fiancée. Playfully sneered at her. I mentally cursed him and kept looking at him coldly, but I could sense Hannah's tense body had relaxed slightly after hearing him call her his sister. Well, I won't disturb your moment, as I only came here to ask for a piece of cake. Thank you so much. Gave them a tight smile. Without waiting for their response, he went out of the kitchen, leaving the stunned females behind. What just happened? Still standing in the same position, staring at the entrance door of the kitchen. Alien. Muttered under her breath and went back to work. Giggled slightly. He's funny. Started helping wine and making cake better. In the evening, I'm sitting on the balcony, sipping my tea and admiring the sunset. It actually feels like I'm on vacation. And here he comes to ruin it. I rolled my eyes and looked back. He slammed the door open and charged towards me, as if he wanted to eat me alive. I looked to the front again and chose to ignore him as usual. He grabbed my arm and pulled me up. I looked at him with my eyes wide open in shock. Like, what is this behavior? What is he up to now? He leaned dangerously close to my face and spoke in his deep voice, while gritting his teeth. Why are you bringing him into this? I have never noticed before. He has unique eyes. One has a double lid, whereas the other has only one. His glance is keen as a knife. I became engrossed in his deep gaze and lost track of his words. Do I have you to bring you back to reality? Came back to her senses. No, your rubbish talk is enough. Whatever. Closed his eyes to take a deep breath and opened them again to continue. Stop seducing me. It won't work. I see. So that's how you are playing. Poked his cheek with his tongue, getting pissed. Leans back. Why are you so cranky? Must be on your periods, right? Smirked slightly as she was enjoying teasing him more than she should. As he had never left her arm, his one jerk caused her face to return to its prior position, which is near his face. See, I'm not in the mood. Tell me honestly, where is he? Otherwise, I don't know what I will do with him. Losing his patience. I think she pretended to think hard while he waited for her answer with a raised hand. I think you're about to cry. You should see your face in the mirror. Smirked at him amusingly. Taehyung looked at her with a blank gaze. Suddenly, he wrapped his big hand around her jaw and pressed her cheek strongly with his fingers, causing her to hiss and show the expression of extreme discomfort as it was painful. I'm not the man you should be pissing off. Because once I start treating you like I treat everyone else, let's just say it won't be a pleasing experience for you. Pressed her cheeks harder. With all due respect, jerked her head harshly and got rid of his grip. I don't give a about you. Glazed at him darkly. Saw red marks of his finger on her cheeks and his gaze softened. Look, I don't like to treat you like this, but it's you who is pissing me off. I still won't do anything if you tell me where he is. Started caressing her red cheeks softly. Who the are you talking about? Slapped his hand away and yelled upon getting angry. Yontan, my dog, yelled with the same energy as hers. Took a deep breath. I know you have hid him somewhere to mess with me, since you know he is dear to me. If you want to take revenge on me, use another way. I won't say a word, but don't bring my little puppy in it. Sounding desperate. Scared? Raised her brow provokingly. Taehyung took a moment and stroked his temple to soothe his anxiousness. I was also scared when you threatened me by using my family's name. Tang just kept his mouth shut for the sake of his dog, as he got familiar with the fear of losing someone dear to him, the fear that every ordinary person goes through because of these dangerous people. And ironically, she was the one who introduced him to this horror. As much as I like the dread in your eyes, let me tell you, I haven't seen your puppy, nor have I done anything to him. What do you mean? Believe it or not, I've got better ways to crush you. After learning that she had done nothing to his puppy, he hurriedly left her arm and was about to run outside when she stopped him and he glanced back at her. Might as well check on Jimin, his mother and your granny's pendant. These little weaknesses of yours are like spawns for me. If I really started playing with them, things would get difficult for me. He gave her a silent glare and dashed out of the room, while wine smoke. But her smirk vanished. What am I doing? I'm supposed to win his trust and here I am pissing him off. But I can't help, he's handsome and annoying. Makes me want to roast him bad. Continued sipping her tea and watching the sunset. On the other side, thanks POV. Tai, you called me bro? Walked inside the mansion with hurried steps and approached Taehyung, who was seated on the couch. I looked at Jimin, all fine and sighed in relief. Her words are constantly ringing in my head. How is Amma? Asked about Mrs. Park. Fine. What would have happened to her? Confused over Taehyung's behavior. Good to know. Stared down at his grandma's pendant in his hand. Why do you look tense? Sat beside Taehyung. Huh? He was thinking about her again. Why are these guards running around? Confused. Yontan is missing. I'll go to find him. About to stand up to go out. A maid came running and spoke. Master, Yontan and Miss Hana. Before she could finish her sentence, I rushed towards Hana's room and barged in. She flinched badly and looked up. Her eyes watered instantly and I could see her shivering badly. Yontan excitedly came running towards me with his tail wagging in happiness. They were playing. I looked to the side and sighed in relief. I was getting worried over nothing. Not my fault. Wine made me like this. This girl is really something. I stepped inside the room but halted when, no, please. Tears streamed down her cheeks. She wiped them away with her shaky hands. I didn't stop and walked over to her bed. I sat in front of her, ignoring her later attempts to crawl back. Do you like Yontan? She didn't speak a word and started sobbing while looking down. Don't don't know about you, but he likes you a lot. You should play with him often, treating her like a kid. She still didn't say anything. I need your help in something. She finally raised her head and looked at me silently. Will you help your brother in fixing his marriage? Softly asked her. After a moment of pure silence, she burst into tears, which made him panic. Hey, did I say anything wrong? She started crying out loud like a child. Am I not good enough to be your brother? I swear I will change myself. He kept saying things while patting her head to make her calm, which worked after some time. Thank you, spoke with a cracked voice. For what, kiddo? Confusingly asked. For saving me. Sniffs. I'm a born hero, you know. Wiggled his brow proudly, making her laugh loudly. He kept throwing jokes and Hannah kept laughing. During their little chit-chatting, he asked her, Hannah, when do you want to start college again? Hannah turned serious and looked down sadly. I won't go to college. And why is that? What if I get... No one will dare to touch my sister, I assure you. But no buts, Hannah. You are a strong girl. And don't you want to be like your own? Talking about Hannah. Hannah nodded her head. I'm just scared. It's okay to get scared. But now I'm here to protect you. Patted her head like a big brother. But they are still out there, roaming free, ruining lives. Won't be for too long, I promise. Seeing her getting sad again, he tried to cheer her up. You know, when I was a little boy, I asked my mother for a sister. Then, curious to know about his sister. She said, try and give birth yourself if you are that desperate. Mimicked his mother and they both burst out laughing on his nonsense. Little did he know that someone saw the clear view of his good side. Is he really a villain or just a powerful man who happens to scare everyone? Few days later, Vine's POV. I have been sensing something around me for the past few days. Taehyung is being extra nice to me, from buying flowers for me to setting up an open cinema in his mansion's garden at night and calling it a family movie night. He does all of these strange things. And to top it off, whenever he does something like this, he and Anna exchange creepy smirks, as if they have accomplished something impossible. Here, I am trying to get underworld information from him. Meanwhile, he is focusing on building a romantic relation with me. Sitting in the living room, idly surfing through channels as my mind was racing with other thoughts. I was pulled out of my reverie when someone tapped my shoulder from behind. I looked back and my breath got knocked out. Missed me? Smile. I stood up and faced him. I was about to say something when entered the living room and hugged that man enthusiastically. How are you, bro? I'm good. But who is this beautiful lady? Gestured toward Vine. She is your sister-in-law. Vine, meet Jungkook, my childhood best friend. Wife? Gasped dramatically, pretending to look shocked. Soon to be, you have been invited before and Vine, he will be staying with us for 4 days. What? Jeon Jungkook? His childhood best friend? But he is an agent. My head is spinning. How am I supposed to trust anybody now? I looked at Jungkook and found him smirking at me. Did I get myself into trouble?